Welcome to an unboxing and overview of The Who's latest Super Deluxe Edition box set, their 1967 conceptual pop art classic, The Who Sell Out. Okay, let's see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Hold up just a minute.
Who's in the box?
Before the big reveal, let's talk a little bit about the history of The Who Sell Out on digital media. Initially, The Who Sell Out was released on CD around 1990, with a no-frills design common to most 60s pop album reissues of the 1980s. It even came in one of those old, eco-unfriendly long boxes.
Compact disc, compact price.
I didn't own this copy in the early 90s. My introduction to The Who Sell Out came in the form of an early 80s budget 2-in-1 cassette, featuring The Who Sell Out on side 1 and a quick one on side 2. While I got a laugh out of an occasional listen to this album on tape, it certainly did not receive as much play as my well-worn Who's Better, Who's Best cassette. It wasn't until a reissued, remastered, and expanded edition of The Who Sell Out was released in 1995 that I truly came to love this album. This release was one of the best in The Who's 1990s reissue campaign, and I would still recommend a copy of this single disc edition today. It sounds great, and it flows really well as an immersive experience rather than just being the original album followed by a bunch of bonus tracks haphazardly slapped on at the end. The Who Sell Out was reissued again on CD in 2009 as one of the final Who albums to get the deluxe treatment. This 2-CD set featured both the mono and stereo versions of the original album and even more bonus tracks than the 1995 reissue. It's amazing just how much material The Who recorded in this time period. And that being said, let's get back to the main event. Right after I refresh myself with an icy cold, effervescent Coke, of course. Coke after Coke after Coke after Coca-Cola. Now back to our regularly scheduled unboxing. And here it is. What a fantastic album cover. Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey adorn this full-size front cover in all their sold-out glory. This is certainly a less serious Who than what came after.
Tommy?
Here's a quick close-up of the attached hype sticker. Feel free to pause the video if you want to spend more time perusing it. This is a view of the back of the box featuring the original LP artwork from the flip side of the album jacket with Keith Moon and John Entwistle.
Pete.
And you must be Roger.
I must be.
Keith. Keith? My friends call me Keith. You can call me John. John.
The spine on the slipcase showcases the album title. And on the opposite side, we can see the contents. Looks like 2 separate pieces housed within this Super Deluxe Edition. Speaking of super, thanks to Heinz Baked Beans, every day is a super day!
What's for tea, Mum?
Similar to the fantastic John Lennon Plastic Ono Band box set, also released on April 23rd, the Who Sell Out box set was made in the Czech Republic, which seems to be a major manufacturer for Universal Music. I'll just carve off some shrink wrap and we'll see what we've got here. The contents slide out of this sturdy slipcase. This packaging must contain all the extra goodies. Ooh, it's got some heft. I better keep 2 hands on it. Fortunately, I can handle it, thanks to the Charles Atlas course with
Dynamic tension.
It turned me into
A beast of a man.
There's a lot sliding around in there. Put that aside for now, but it will be explored further on in this video. Here's the hardcover book with a nice looking cover. However, I will note that it was not what I expected. This is a flat print on the book cover and not die cut as it appears. This book should also double as the disc housing. Yes, looks like 2 of the CDs inside the front cover, and the other 3 are here in the back. Might as well take a closer look at these compact discs now. As stated, the inside front cover houses the first two CDs. Disc 1 is placed in a sleeve with Pete Townsend pictured on it. There's also a track listing provided for easy reference. Daltrey is featured on the picture sleeve for Disc 2. Beneath the disc sleeves are advertisements for the corresponding product featured with each band member. Very nice touch, really well designed. This is inside the back cover of the book, containing the remaining 3 CDs in this set. Keith Moon is featured on the Disc 3 picture sleeve, while John Entwistle is presented on the sleeve for Disc 4. And finally, a Kodak 1/4-inch tape box design is used for the 5th picture sleeve. More advertisement designs are printed underneath the CD card sleeves, in addition to a humorous photo of Townsend sodding about in the studio. The front of the card sleeves use alternate images from the Sell Out album cover shoot. Fantastic quality photos. Across 5 CDs, plus 2 7-inch singles, over 5.5 hours worth of remastered audio is included. The back of each card sleeve provides a track listing. CD 1 contains the original mono album and mono bonus tracks. CD 2 has the original stereo album and stereo bonus tracks differing from the CD 1 material. CD 3 presents studio sessions outtakes from 1967 and 1968. CD 4, titled The Road to Tommy, contains stereo mixes of the studio tracks recorded in 1968, plus mono mixes of the A and B sides of 1968 singles, all remixed from original 4 and 8-track sessions tapes in the Who Vault. Lastly, CD 5 contains Pete Townsend's excellent demos. These tracks are exclusive to this box set and provide a fascinating listening experience as usual. Always love to hear Pete's demos. Of the 112 tracks in this set, 47 of them are labeled as previously unreleased. Many of these unreleased tracks are alternate versions of familiar songs. Mono versus stereo, extended versions, different takes, various A and B side single mixes, etc. While I'm excited to hear a lot of this material, of particular interest to me are these few selections, most of which I've never heard in any capacity whatsoever. Here's a look at the disc faces, which use an assortment of complementary pop art colors. These discs are pressed on the Universal label. By the way, is it just me, or is this Universal Music Catalog label one of the blandest you've ever seen? They've been using that boring generic UMC label design for years. It's a real blemish on an otherwise pleasing design. Blemishes got you down. If acne is preventing you from reaching your acme, use
Medac.
the spot remover that makes your pits flit. Put Medac on the spot now. Returning focus to the hardback book, let's see what's included within its magnificent pages. This is an 80-page color book with rare photos and memorabilia. It kicks off with brand new liner notes by Pete Townsend. A quote from these notes is featured on the hype sticker. This is followed by several commentary essays by various authors giving points of view on different subjects related to the Who Sell Out. Detailed track-by-track annotation is also provided. If you're a fan of this album, you'll really enjoy looking through this book. Moving on. It's time to explore the replica inserts. This is definitely part of the fun of this edition. Here's a look at the inner flaps on the packaging housing the replica inserts. There's tremendous detail at every turn. The Who does box sets like box sets ought to be done. This opens up, and this opens up. There's quite a bit in here. First up, this little baggie contains 2 45 RPM adapter record inserts. These are provided for the 2 7-inch vinyl singles in picture sleeves. These look outstanding, very nice reproductions. The vinyl looks great, nice labels. The UK track Records 45, If I Can See for Miles, is the early mono mix with a single-tracked vocal. And that's backed with the original single mix of Someone's Coming, again with a single-tracked vocal. Magic Bus is the US Decca 45 version in mono, backed with the original single mix of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The dead wax indicates these records were mastered at Abbey Road Studios by Miles Showell. It's elements like this that make vinyl so cool. My only gripe about these 45s is that they are free to slide around with all the memorabilia. When Live at Leeds was released as a Super Deluxe edition in 2010, an included 7-inch single was more secured in the packaging. Next up is a Who fan club newsletter from January 1968. This is an 8-page Sunday at the Seville concert program. A Radio London crackback bumper sticker. Here we have Keith Moon's very own Speakeasy Club membership card. Here's a business card for the Bag O' Nails Club. This is a gig flyer from the Pavilion, which obviously includes The Who. This is a nice glossy Who fan club photo of the group. Then there's this beautiful 1967 Adrian George 20-inch by 30-inch psychedelic poster. And finally, there is this full-size 1967 Who gig poster from City Hall, Newcastle. There you have it. That's a lot of extras crammed into that cardboard foldout. I do have a question for those of you who've stuck with me this long.
You're the hardcore fans.
What do you do with all these box set extras? Me, I end up putting everything back the way I found it, keeping it together and only having it occasionally see the light of day. It mostly stays shut up in the box.
What's in the box?
The Who Sellout box set nicely complements the previous Super Deluxe Edition box sets that have been released over the years. I highly recommend not only the Who Sellout, but all the box sets issued in Super Deluxe editions. One final anecdote about the Who Sellout. Presented in the book is this blurb about the original 1967 release being delayed. The Super Deluxe edition of the Who Sellout had an original release date of 2020, as evident on the packaging. Of course, due to the events of 2020, the anticipated release date of the Super Deluxe edition had to be delayed. Funny how history repeats itself. Anyhow, anywhere. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really tried to turn perspiration into inspiration. And thanks to Odorono, I replaced the stale smell of excess with the sweet smell of success. Thanks for watching. Track records, track records, track records, track records, track records, track records.